Hi guys, almost 2 years ago, I showed you this beauty right here. It has a quick release system, but not just with the little plates that it comes with. Let's say you have a small rig cage that is Arca Swiss compatible. Snap that down. Pull it off. Let's say you have a gimbal with a different Arca Swiss plate on. You could just snap it down right there. I absolutely love this tripod. I would say I've used it more than 500 times in the almost 2 years that I've had it. It never lets me down. It is extremely sturdy. It has a ridiculous quick release system on the legs as well, but it's not always the tripod that I take. Let's talk about it. So in case you're new around here, hi, my name is Mark, and I never shut up about the Falcam F38 TreeRoot tripod. I can't say enough good things about this tripod. I try, but I just can't do it. So I figure I will do a long-term overview of this tripod. Now is a great time to do that because Ulanzi, that is the sister company to Falcam, and Ulanzi sells these on their website. Ulanzi is having a massive sale right now, and they are sponsoring this video. They wanted me to tell you about that sale, and I figured I would do it by highlighting my favorite tripod of all time, as well as a couple of other tripods that I also use when I don't take this one. But first, let's talk about this one. This tripod is extremely popular. Almost every creator that I know or hang out with or see at conferences, they are using the Falcam TreeRoot. It gives a great balance between portability, weight, sturdiness, and of course this ball head right here that can accept 95% of Arca Swiss plates. So I am 5'10", but of course I identify as a handsome 6'5". Check out the sturdiness of this, even fully extended with this center column up. There is just no budge in this tripod. It comes with a little F38 plate, and you can just click that in, but you can also put, as I showed at the beginning, other Arca Swiss compatible plates. So if you have Peak Design or PGY Tech or DJI plates from gimbals or whatever you have, if it is Arca Swiss style, it will generally fit in the TreeRoot tripod. Something else great about the head is when it is fully recessed in the body, you can still move it around a certain amount to get your angle, and you can decide how stiff you want the head to be by a little tension knob on the side. Here's a little tension knob right here if you want to make it loose or stiff. And if you raise the center column up a little bit, you get even more range of motion on the ball head. And of course, you can go into a full vertical position for your TikToking and your booty popping. So many people love this ball head, in fact, that they were begging Falcam to make the ball head separately so they could put it on other tripod legs that they might have. And sure enough, Falcam listened to the customer feedback and provided a ball head that you can now use on other tripod legs. So here it is, same sturdy metal construction, same knob on the side for panning, the same tension knob as well as the release lever, and of course the quick release function. But the difference is you have a 1/4 thread right there, so you can apply it to any non-Falcam TreeRoot tripods. Another advantage this tripod has over other tripods is the quick release system for the legs, 1/3 of a turn. It's actually patented by Falcam. You see this, and it just slides out, and then you can tighten everything with one slight twist of your hand. Open, close. Look at this, open, and it just drops out so smooth, so fast. I love the way these legs come out. Generally speaking, I prefer the stability of a twist lock because it tightens around the entire column of a leg instead of one small point that the flip locks have to tighten around. So usually you will get a sturdier tripod when it comes to cylindrical legs with twist locks. However, because a lot of twist locks require a lot of twisting, they can be a real pain to set up. Not this one, the best of both worlds. The sturdiness of a twist lock with circular legs, but a quick release system as well. But we're not done with the quick release features just yet. Check out this center column here. That's obviously going to impede you if you want to splay the legs and get a lower to the ground shot. But the center column actually has a quick release feature of its own. You click up on this lever and then you pull this out, and without any tools, you take off the center column, and now you only have a tiny little column here. You can push the legs way out and get a low to the ground shot. You can also take out the head entirely and invert the column and get an even lower shot. Click this on for the inversion if you want to get it straight to the ground. Personally, I think it is plenty low when I have all of the legs splayed out. Like, look at that, so awesome. Another hidden trick of the TreeRoot is right under these rubber feet. If you pull hard, you will reveal a spike. So if you are in rough or muddy terrain, you can have these little spikes to help you out. Now, some people ask me about TSA, traveling in the airports. I have never had an issue. I've taken this thing all over the world. Never had an issue with TSA or anyone else. As you can see, these are really sturdy on there. So you have to know there are spikes under there. Then you have to find a way to get it off. No security guard has ever checked this and had a problem with it. They just let it go through. Of course, your mileage may vary because these spikes can't be detached. However, like I said, traveled all over the world with this thing, no problems. Now, even though this tripod is far more affordable than something like a Peak Design tripod or a really Right Stuff tripod, I think this thing outdoes all of the other tripods I have ever tried, but it is still not dirt cheap. The full retail price is $4.99. Now, it's 20% off right now, so you can get it for $3.99. I personally think it is worth every penny, but it is a little bit pricey. Now, if you want 90% of the TreeRoot's features, but spending even less money, you have the TreeRoot Lite. It still has fantastic legs with that quick release system. It's got a nice sturdy ball head, but it is different than this F38 Pro ball head. You can only use the F38 quick release system. Now, that is not a problem for me because I have F38 plates on the bottom of all of my gear. However, if you're going to use more than F38 plates, you may want to look at the original TreeRoot. And also, this one doesn't have a separate panning function. You control everything from that one lever. So if you want separate knobs for panning, once again, this is not your deal. But I told you at the beginning, there are times I don't take the TreeRoot tripod at all. And what do I take instead? It's this thing right here. This is the Zero F38 by Ulanzi and Coleman. It still has the F38 quick release head. You know I love that. A separate function for panning as well as that quick release lever that you see on the Falcam Pro. It is all carbon fiber. It does have the flip locks, which are certainly quick to deploy, and they are very, very smooth. I love this tripod for its speed and its weight. This thing barely weighs 2 pounds. It is definitely not as sturdy as the F38. When you raise the center column, you're probably going to get a little bit of play. I like to keep this recessed all the way down when I am using it if I'm trying to do something like a long exposure, but I have done plenty of long exposures with this thing. It is solid. It is much more solid than the Peak Design travel tripod, but not as solid as either of the two TreeRoot tripods. Now, if you love the idea of this tripod, but don't love the idea of being locked into the F38 system, they have the Zero Y version of this tripod. Same thing, except the head is just a regular twist for Arca Swiss plates. So if you don't want to stay with this system, but I really, really love it because I have backpack clips, I am tied into the F38 and I'm loving it. But if you're not like me, the Zero Y is available. Now, these two tripods are also on sale and considerably cheaper than the Falcam TreeRoot. Now, obviously this is a sponsored video, but honestly, I have been recommending the Falcam TreeRoot since the day it came out, long before Ulanzi ever gave me a sponsorship. I just think it's the best tripod going, and I get so much feedback from people saying they love this thing. And even before this, I was recommending the F38, Zero F38 or Zero Y tripod for people who wanted a small, compact setup. And again, I hear nothing but praise from audience members when they get this thing in. Easily my two favorite tripods of all time, but that is just me. You let me know what you think. Do you own either one of these? Have you tried them out? Let us know your experience below so we can all benefit from the depth of your knowledge. Thanks for watching this. We'll talk to you again soon. Okay, bye-bye.